Hi guys. I know I probably could be doing this a lot better, but right now I'm really lazy and I think I'm just gonna that was unexpected. I had a long night, so I'm not really into a specific recording mood. The topic right now is it's not really a I guess it's a topic. I'm always being asked, how do you tell your parents you're gay or you're bisexual or whatever? Because everybody finds out that I'm bi and that they know I've told my parents. Well, and then they want to know how to tell their parents. I was in 6th grade when I told my mom. I kind of didn't really. I don't remember what triggered me to tell her, but I kind of asked her a question. I was like, so if I was bi, would you be okay with it? She was like, well, I guess so. I mean, as long as you're happy. Well, I was like, okay, well then I am. And she was like, okay. Well, remind you, I was in 6th grade, so I was like, what? 11, 12, 13 maybe? I don't know. So, I probably could go back in the years that I am right now. But, my dad, I didn't really tell him because he's major Christian, I guess. Which is kind of funny because he's done ridiculous drugs. Just kidding. But anyways, I was scared to tell my dad because, I didn't want him to sit there and preach to me and tell me that God doesn't love me because I'm disobeying one of his rules, if you will. And so I didn't tell him, but I told my stepsister, and she blabbered her mouth to him. She told me she didn't, but that's the only person over there in that house that knew that talks to my dad. I hear my brother. That's why I stopped. Anyways, so I didn't tell my dad, but he called and he asked me, he was like, so you like girls? I was like, well, yeah. And so he thought I was going through a phase. He still thinks I'm going through a phase, but I'm really, really obviously not. But, my mom said she was okay with it, but apparently she wasn't because last year, I was going to take a girl to homecoming, and she was my girlfriend, and my mom was not having it. No, she was beyond pissed, actually. And so that kind of made me think, well, did you think I was kidding when I said I liked girls? And apparently she's like, well, I didn't know what to think, honestly. Okay, so for the past 3 years, you thought I was kidding and thought I was going through a phase. I've dated more chicks than guys, to be honest. I've dated maybe 2 guys in my entire life, to be honest, really. I've dated over 5 girls. Over 5, to the point where I can't even remember right now. I'm pretty sure if I went back, I could actually count. But yeah, no. My dad, he thinks I'm going through a phase. But then again, we were talking about how me having kids, whatever. And he doesn't think I'm going to have kids because of my career and my enjoyment of women. Yeah. It's pretty interesting to see how different parents react. There's really no way to actually tell your parents because not all parents are the same. Some people disown you, which have happened to many people I've seen, where they kick you out of their house because they will not allow it. There are people who will try and make you go to church and have the preacher, tell you that specific thing, one woman to one man thing over and over again. With my parents, they just kind of put it off and they kind of ignore it, I guess. I think my mom knows when I have a girlfriend. She just chooses to ignore it. But I don't know, just come out and say, oh, Mom, this is my girlfriend. It's not only a chick that comes over all the time. For a while there, I wasn't allowed to have girls spend the night at my dad's house. I was like, really? You think I'm gonna make out with my best friend? Sure. My mom, she didn't really care. She just, I think, yeah, now that I think about it, she didn't care because she thought I was going through a phase and that it was nothing. That's why I was always allowed to have women over for sleepovers. Whatever, I guess. I don't know. My mom, my dad, my family's psychotic, to be honest. Oh, but, yeah, this girl that I was going out with that my mom said I couldn't go to the dance with, we broke up, actually, that week, and it was really nerve-wracking because she was the best thing that ever happened to me. So, note to self, note to people who haven't told their parents yet, or who have told their parents, but their parents don't, they don't acknowledge it. Don't tell them you're going to the dance with your person that you're dating, because that can cause very ugly things, to where you are heartbroken for freaking ever, really. It's been a year now since that happened, and I dislike it very much yet still. So, like I said, there is no specific way to tell you how to tell your parents because I don't know how your parents are. Maybe if I knew how your parents were, I can give you pointers, but then again, it may not work. I'm being very honest and legit with that. Now, if you have other questions relating LGBT stuff, and if you don't know what that means, I'm going to be very surprised. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. That's what that means. LGBT. But yeah, if you have other questions on that, I could probably help with that, because I'm, but when it comes to parents and that, no, not so much. But yeah, like, for guys, if you're gay, and you're trying to, ward off women, and they don't understand the concept that you're gay, it can help with that too. There's also there's a lot of stuff that I can actually help with when it comes to that. So if you have questions, I guess just inbox me or video response me. I don't know. Just contact me somehow. If this was actually helpful for the parent portion of it, message me and let me know. Because that's actually, honestly, this is probably the worst video I will ever put up. Except for the one of me singing a couple months ago. That was probably the worst, actually. I don't know. But, yeah. Love you guys. Bye.